Hi, I'm Ava, and this is a special Lenten edition of Did You Know? So Jay told you all about how Lent is a season. And so every year, we start this season together in the same way. Every year in church, we hear the same story about Jesus going into the wilderness. Some of you have actually taught me a song about this. I hope I get it right. 40 days and nights he stayed, 40 days and nights he prayed, all alone and unafraid, Jesus in the wilderness. That's a song I learned from some of you all singing in the choir. And from that song, from that story, those 40 days, we get the 40 days of Lent. And from that same story, that time that Jesus spent in the wilderness, we get an ancient tradition of giving something up. So Lent is a time where we're really trying to get closer to God. And so for a lot of people, that has traditionally meant fasting. Lots of religions fast. You might have friends who are Jewish and fast for a holiday called Yom Kippur, or friends who are Muslim and fast for a holiday called Ramadan. It's an ancient way of connecting to God. But something that we can do that is a little bit more targeted is we can give something up from our own lives. And I think the idea is that you give up something that you think is good. You give up something that you otherwise like. Giving it up isn't meant to be a punishment. It's not meant to be a diet. It's meant to be a time to think, a time to sort of stop short, because every time you want to have this thing or do this activity, it's a moment to think and try to connect to God instead. For example, last year I gave up television, and it was pretty hard. There were some days I really wanted to just sit down and turn on the TV, but that was time that I had to use a different way. Sometimes I prayed. Sometimes I just picked up the phone and called someone who I was a little disconnected from. The idea is when we give something up, it makes us stop and think. We also give something up all together in church. So church is always a time to celebrate, right? It's a time to rejoice. And one of the ways that we do that is we say, Alleluia, Alleluia. And in Lent, because we want to slow ourselves down, because we want to stop and think a little bit more about our relationship with God and think about it in a different way, we put some of that celebrating away for a while. So in Lent, you won't hear the word Alleluia. So we celebrate the season of Lent all together. It means we give something up together, we give up that Alleluia together, but we actually start this process in a really fun way. You should come to church with me on Tuesday, March 1st. We're gonna have a big party. So to get ready for that tradition of fasting and giving something up, we're gonna have, oh my gosh, everyone's favorite food, breakfast for dinner, pancakes, gumbo, we're gonna have music, and we're also going to make an Alleluia banner. So we're gonna channel all that love and joy and excitement, everything we let out when we say Alleluia. We're gonna make a beautiful banner together. So on Easter, when we celebrate, when we rejoice here in church together, when we sing out Alleluia and maybe have that treat that we gave up for those 40 days, we're gonna pull out this Alleluia banner too. And we'll be able to see how we went through this journey, 40 days, all together as a community. Pretty neat, huh?